On October 26, 1962, Americans positioned their military ships around Cuba. They were preparing to stop Soviet ships carrying another batch of nuclear missiles. The Americans were ready to launch a first strike. The Soviet Union was also not planning to stop its ships. Troops were kept in full combat readiness. A third world war could begin at any moment. And then personally to Kennedy comes the information the Soviet Union is ready for negotiations. But there were no official statements. The information was passed by ABC journalist John Scully, who was contacted, as the media would later report, by the mysterious Mr. X. A few hours later, the American side sent back conditions for resolving the Caribbean conflict to Mr. X. If the Soviet Union removed its missile installations from Cuba, the USA promised to lift the blockade and pledged not to conduct any military or other hostile actions against Cuba. Now a signal is sent to Moscow. The American side is ready for negotiations and proposes a plan for resolution. Where did this signal come from? Official figures did not get in contact. The signal was sent by Soviet intelligence agent Alexander Feklisov. October 26, 1962, the most tense moment of the Cuban Missile Crisis. The countdown was not in hours, but in minutes. And at this very moment, at the Occidental Restaurant, 2 blocks from the White House, 2 people meet. ABC journalist John Scully, who was in friendly relations with members of the Kennedy clan, and Alexander Fomin, who knew this perfectly well. He was an employee of the Soviet embassy, and Fomin was not his real name. His real name was Feklisov, and he was a KGB agent. He was not authorized to negotiate on his personal initiative. Why will this war start, Alexander? Because of mutual fear, John. Cuba fears an American invasion and the USA fears missile attacks from Cuba. According to Scully, Feklisov then proposed a solution. Perhaps there is a way out. What do you think of the proposal where we promise to remove our missiles under the supervision of the United Nations? Scully replied that he did not know, but would try to find out. After these words, they ate in complete silence. Later, Scully recalled that Feklisov was so deep in thought that he accidentally took Scully's crab cakes. In turn, Scully ended up with the pork chop that Feklisov had ordered. The international situation was tense, and he decided not to draw attention to it. He let go of the response from Kennedy. The spy went to the ambassador, but the ambassador refused to send these reports to Moscow, claiming that the embassy was not authorized to conduct such serious negotiations. At his own risk, Alexander sent the cipher to Moscow himself. It quickly reached Nikita Khrushchev. And only then did serious negotiations begin between the leaders of the 2 countries.